Hey there. This video tutorial is going to review this lovely song called Smile by Nat King Cole. I adapted this version of the song from Oz Because, great website to find loads and loads of song sheets. I have adapted it to review some of the chords to make them a little bit easier for transitions. As you can see the chords down the side of the page there might be some that you're not familiar with, like A sharp diminished 7 and D sharp diminished. Also, there's an F minor in this song, but this tutorial is going to show you how to transition and rethink about the fingering of your chords so that you can adapt to chords you already know. And so if you can think about, oh, that's just the next position up from a chord I'm really familiar with, that might be really helpful in playing the chords and knowing where to place your fingers for those chords. So let's take a look at this chord chart. And we're going to start with the A7, which is your index finger on string 3. Which is right beside the finger you need for your F chord. So this is your F note on string 2, fret 1, and your A7 is right next door on string 3, fret 1. So we have a great A7. Now you can see right beside it is an A sharp diminished 7. So we need that same A7 note, which is actually a C sharp, and we're going to bring our elbow up so that we can put our middle finger on string 1. Now, if you're familiar with an E minor 7, that's 1 fret down, that's an E minor 7, and an E minor 7 is connected to a G. So if you play a G, take your middle finger off here and leave only finger 1 and 2, that's your E minor 7. And if you slide your E minor 7 from the 2nd fret to the 1st, that's your A sharp diminished 7. There you go. So E minor 7, A sharp diminished 7. Okay. Then we have a simple traditional C. Then we have a C major 7, which is on fret 2. So we literally step it up a fret. Then we have that great C6, G6, or A minor 7, as you might know it. But they're the same thing. No fingers. You don't need to hold down any strings. So we'd simply strum with open strings. Now let's move on to that D sharp diminished. Now it might look a little bit familiar because it's the twin to a G. So here's my G chord. And if I take that exact same positioning, but move it over one set of strings, I'm now on a D sharp diminished. It's literally right beside the G. So it's its twin. So you could, I even wrote it in the chord there, it says twin to G. So it's the set of strings right beside it. So it is the G's twin right next door. We have a D minor, which is essentially an F with your 3rd finger tucked in behind for the D minor. Now we have an F minor. So we already played an A sharp diminished 7, which was on string 1 and 3. The F minor is right next door to that. So on string 2 and 4 on the 1st fret, but you have to stretch your pinky to the C. Isn't that a beautiful chord? The nice thing is in this song for transitions, if we play an F minor, the following chord is a C. So we just take our top 2 fingers off and leave our pinky on the C to play the C. And in the next line, we go back to F minor. So leave your pinky there and put your top 2 fingers back on for your F minor. Okay, so it goes F minor to C to F minor. So nice for transitioning. Your pinky becomes the anchor for playing those 3 chords, one right after the other. And then we have a lovely G7, which we're pretty much all familiar with as well. Okay, so let's take a look at these chords. I will reduce myself over here. And let's take a look at the chords in the song and how we play them over here. All right, so here we go. We're going to start with the first line, the intro. So we have 4 beats, and you can play down, down, up, down, up, down, up. In this particular song, I chose the calypso strum, which is down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. But you can choose to play any 4-beat structure you want, even down, 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 down. As long as you have 4 beats in there, you're good to go. So here we go with a C. So we have 4 on C. Then we move to that A sharp diminished, which is your E minor 7 up a fret for 4. Then we have a D minor, which is essentially your F, with your 3rd finger tucked in behind for 4. And then you can pivot on finger 1 over to a G7. So that elbow becomes integral into pivoting on that first finger to get your other notes. For a single on G7, 2, 3, 4. Then you move on to the next line, which is a C for 4, and we get to play that twice through. And again, then we step it up to fret 2. Then we have no fingers. Now that D sharp diminished is your G chord, but over 1 set of strings for your D sharp diminished for 4. Whoop, it helps if I also get the right notes, right? And sorry, I am not playing a G. I'm playing a G7. So that makes a huge difference, doesn't it? So it should be a G moved over 1 set of strings. There we go. That sounds better. And then we have a D minor, your F with your 3rd finger tucked in behind. And your first finger is right next to the A7. So here we go. Now we move back to D minor. So an F with your 3rd finger tucked in behind. So twice through. Here comes that F minor. So that's string 2 and 4 with your pinky stretched to your C. So we play that 2 times through. The next chord is a C. So just leave your pinky there. Take your top 2 fingers off. Then we have that A sharp diminished 7, which is your E minor 7 up 1 set of strings, 1 fret. Then back to the D minor. And then pivot on that first finger to a G. All right, so what does that sound like when we play that whole thing through? Nice and slow. So we've got a C, A sharp diminished 7, D minor, and G, a single G7 in the intro. So here we go. C, A7 diminished, 7, A sharp diminished, D minor, and a single on G, 2, 3, C. Smile, though your heart is aching, step it up, smile, even though it's breaking, no fingers, when there, G over a set of strings, D minor, A7, back to D minor, twice through. Fear and sorrow. F minor. Smile and maybe. Tomorrow, leave your pinky down for the C. A sharp diminished 7. D minor. Pivot to G7. All right, and it's pretty much a repeat through the song here. Okay, so we will get to the play along portion of this song. All right, are you ready with all your chords? We're gonna start with the intro and we'll take it nice and slow. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, C. Smile, though your heart is aching. Smile, even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in the sky, you'll get by if you smile through your fear and sorrow. Smile, and maybe tomorrow you'll see the sun come shining through for you. Light up your face with gladness. Hide every trace of sadness. Although a tear may be ever so near, that's the time you must keep on trying. Smile, what's the use of crying? You'll find that life is still worthwhile if you just smile. That's the time you must keep on trying. Smile, what's the use of crying? You'll find that life is still worthwhile if you just smile. All right, I hope you enjoyed that tutorial. And this is my newer format, is showing you the song sheet so that you can follow along as well and also see the chords in play. All right, hope you enjoyed that.